stupid asshole. No, you're making me sick. You stupid asshole. Baby, suck my dick. 1, 2, I'm looking at you. And there ain't nothing I miss. 3, 4, I'm closing the door. 'Cause you no longer exist. Guitar. Baby. I hear these worlds pounding in my brain. I need a girl who puts out, but you don't, and it's causing me pain. I'm in the middle of dying. You're a stupid asshole. Baby, I'm one too. You stupid asshole. I don't know what to do. 1, 2, I'm looking at you. There ain't nothing I miss. 3, 4, you're just a fucking whore. 'Cause you no longer exist, babe. 'Cause you no longer exist. Yeah.
Welcome to What's Up America, edition number 4.
Our music operates in some passages from the point of view of, well, trash trucks mating.
And amazingly enough, she stood that way for more than 30 seconds. Some people say as long as a minute. Stood just like that. And then gradually began to go under. Not fast, slowly, a little bit at a time. And then as she began to disappear under the water, just a little faster, and finally there just wasn't anything.
The kids come looking for Trader Vic now, and they follow me around like a Pied Piper. But they bring the neighborhood kids. Their parents want to know why the kids all want to come down here. Who's Trader Vic?
The rolls had started to aim toward the #1 spot. He moved the rolls out of the way, stopped the rolls over here, and directed Gary back into the #1 position. And we got out of the car, and that rolls owner was fit to be tied. He was ready to kill. He wanted to strangle that parking lot attendant. We loved it.
All right, I want to hear some applause for Michael Andrews. Houston, Texas, friends. Yes,
I'm Deborah Harmon, and welcome again to Showtime's What's Up America. If you've seen our show before, you'll know that our stories explore the daring, the unusual, and sometimes even the bizarre. Although our language and subject matter are sometimes frank, I think you'll find our show fascinating. Tonight, we'll meet a true master of disaster who will take us back to that night in April 1912 when the Titanic hit an iceberg and passed on into legend. After going down with the ship, we'll eavesdrop on the secrets of Trader Vic, one of America's shrewdest used car salesmen, and visit with Alon Clenet, whose custom-built automobiles sell in limited editions for over $70,000. In gay New Orleans, we'll get into costume for one of the most outrageous of Mardi Gras events, the Bourbon Street Awards. But first, we're going to take you to another world, to the heart of a new music scene where anything goes, and usually does. We're going underground to a place you've only heard about. Once through that door, we'll have left Los Angeles and entered the world of punk.
It's hyper rock.
Just hits me, hits my heart, hits my soul. I don't know what it, you know, it's emotional.
So much has been done with music that you really have to kind of grab people by the genitals.
We are the Angry Samoans.
We just did a song called You Stupid Asshole about the subtle aspects of boy-girl relationships.
Stupid Asshole's the one boy-girl song we have. Why we call ourselves assholes.
That's our love song.
Yeah.
You're a jerk, I'm a jerk, he's a jerk.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You're a stupid asshole. Baby, I'm one too. You stupid asshole. I don't know what to do.
There's real music and there's fake music.
There's shit music and there's good music.
And the real music is usually just a reaction against the fake music. Doesn't even need a reason of its own.
It's just a reaction against insipidness.
When there's nothing to listen to, you gotta make your own music.
1, 2, I'm looking at you. There ain't nothing I missed. 3, 4, just a fucking whore. 'Cause you no longer exist,
The new music scene in Los Angeles is the most vital and energetic club circuit in the country. On any given night, you can choose between a dozen clubs, each offering several different bands for a minimal cover charge. For many fans, the LA clubs are the place to be. And for some, this scene is more than just music. It's the focal point of their community, the reflection of a punk way of life.
This is like a punk building, and we're all punks, I think. I don't know, it's like a whole way of life.
Sometimes I dress really tough, and it's because I'm scared to death. Because I do see what this world is like. My feeling is I know I can't change it and everything, but I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm not going to go around and pretend that I'm like everybody else.
I never fit in. I always was a total geek. I'm a real good dyke. I've been a good dyke in the community, and I deserve to be in the lesbian tide on the cover of the lesbian tide. I never fit in. And then came along punk rock.
This song is dedicated to Charlotte Caffey of the Go-Go's.
It's a new music scene where anything goes. Anyone can get up there and perform. It didn't matter whether you could play an instrument. It didn't matter whether you were good. It didn't matter whether you were cool. You could get up there and be a total jerk.
You're a stupid asshole. Baby, I'm one too.
The Angry Samoans song, You Stupid Asshole, has a very telling line in it, and that is, you stupid asshole, maybe I'm one too. They're putting their audience down, but they're also identifying totally with their audience. They're one with their audience. The Samoans are assholes, and they're proud of it.
Young Americans have always rebelled against the status quo, and rock music has always been an expression of that rebellion. But in the past decade, rock and roll has become big business. Long-haired artists with million-dollar contracts represent a new establishment.
If your father and mother are smoking dope and listening to the Eagles, then suddenly smoking dope and listening to the Eagles is not going to be a particularly attractive form of resistance for a teenager.
Inflated ticket prices and extravagant recording techniques have taken much of the fun and spontaneity out of rock music. So punks, fed up with marketing hype, are taking the music back to the streets.
Whereas a rock star used to be considered successful if he filled an arena with 18,000 people and had 44 groupies backstage and drove away in a Rolls Royce. Someone who is idolized in this movement might be a guy who took the bus to the gig and probably doesn't even have enough money after to be able to buy himself a beer.
The goal of this band, the Chiefs, is to have all of our own equipment. Now we borrow everything, and we want to make enough money just to live.
When you go to rock shows, it's so crowded, people are jammed up to the stage, there's no room to dance. And there's only one way to dance while that crowd of people are there, and it's like this.
A lot of people's original conception of punk goes back to London working class, and it's been hard for a lot of people to swallow that middle-class people can be just as angry, and I think, in fact, angrier.
Yeah, we want to kill Kim Fowley, Rodney Bingenheimer, Phil Spector, Rockefeller.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Here, I mean, you got people sick of their color TVs, sick of, mommy and daddy and the whole facade.
I think a lot of the anger is rooted in boredom. There really is nothing good to watch on TV anymore.
There's nothing to do at home,
Then we just started a band to get out of our rooms.
I think it's been more of an anti-boredom movement than anything else.
We are the New Beams. We're a distinctly Orange County approach to music. We're into urban sprawl, and we don't care. Nobody notices what we do, so we do what we like. Our music operates in some passages from the point of view of, well, trash trucks mating. Are you ready, Boo?
The style of clothing, punk style, is like a mixture of a lot of different styles. It's like old rock and roll, like leather jackets.
A lot of the clothing is from thrift stores, you know, and stuff, because that's, you know, we make a minimum amount of money.
That's why I like punk a lot, is because you can be a fashion queen, you know, in your own peer group for $4.
Yeah.
You know?
When you talk about the cost of punk and new wave clothing, you're talking about an inexpensive look that can be achieved by anyone on $150 to $300.
The punk look has attracted the attention of the established culture, and the fashion industry is now packaging it at considerable profit.
Madness, madness, I call it madness. Madness, madness, I call it madness. It's plain to see that is what they mean to me. Madness, madness, I call it gladness. You are gonna see the one that you
Until recently, the established record industry has been hesitant to embrace the punk movement. So the bands who have wanted wider exposure have been putting out their own records.
Hi, I'm Bill Ranson, alias Vex Billingsgate of the Suburban Lawns. This is Sue Tissue, also of the Suburban Lawns. This is our record, Gidget Goes to Hell. There's many avenues that you can go through to make a record. It's real easy here in LA. On the first pressing, we made our money back, and now we're into our second pressing. We would like to have a company take over our record business as soon as possible so we can get down to writing songs. That's what we like to do.
When a band comes to be considered for signing by Warner Brothers or any major label, they're at a crossroads in their career. If they want to maintain their previous career as being a cult status group, then maybe they shouldn't consider being on a major label.
The major record companies won't be signing most of the active punk bands, but they've found a way to distill the marketable elements from an anti-commercial movement. The Dickies were the first Los Angeles punk band to sign a major label contract.
Our sound now is not as raw as it was on the first record. We got a veteran named producer to do this one.
We're not really aggravated about a producer taking our live sound and transforming it into a commercially successful product, because we're capitalists, and if it's going to help us sell more records, I certainly would make a compromise. We're already seeing a number of bands that, having snared that contract they wanted, while they may still act somewhat mischievous, they're obviously aware of commercial strategies, and they're trying to play along with them. I think that the dichotomy between an angry attitude and a successful rock band can pretty much be bridged by the wonders of American ingenuity, that being marketing, press hype.
Artists who might feel uncomfortable about dealing with a big corporation just face up to the fact that it is the most efficient way of getting their art and message out to the biggest number of people.
personally aren't as much into fame as I was before. Now I'm into money.
And to think all you moms and dads were so relieved when the kids cut off their long hair. You know, I feel like I'm collecting dust.